Hi there. I was thinking this morning about one of my clients, and also I was drawn in my meditation time this morning to a reading, and it was all coming together for me. And I wanted to share with you because it's super exciting. So, I was reading out of a little book that my friend Claudia recommended. It's called Ascending with Both Feet on the Ground, and it's by Jeff Brown. And it has little nuggets and thoughts in it. And the ones that I just randomly turned to this morning, I wanted to share a few of them. One was, you cannot heal and resolve your emotional material with your mind. You can only heal your heart with your heart. And I have really been leaning hard into this lately, both personally. If you're on my email list, you've heard me talk about an amazing retreat that I went to in North Carolina with Elise Lunan and Courtney Smith, called Choosing Wholeness Over Goodness. And stay tuned for more on that, because I'm going to be doing a similar retreat with a therapist friend of mine, Dara, in town. But so I've really been into this. And then I was thinking about a client that I'm working with who's made amazing progress in a very short amount of time, because we took the issue of the heart and we're dealing with it through the heart. We're using tools that aren't thinking tools. So you've probably heard me talk about the thoughts create feelings, create actions, create outcomes model. And I love that model, but it's a thinking model and it's not always appropriate. So with most of the clients I'm working with right now, that is not the tool that's needed, because they're spending so much time in their mind anyway, and it's counterproductive. And also, they're dealing with issues of the heart, not the mind. So you have to deal with it with heart tools, not mind tools. So another thing that Jeff Brown mentioned this morning that I was reading is not identifying ourselves as our story, but identifying the juice at the heart of our story is fundamental to our expansion. So I see people get I do too, I'm a human, really stuck in our stories, which is something that we looked at the North Carolina retreat. What are your stories? And what are you telling yourself about your stories? And is that keeping you stuck? And then we work through a process for getting unstuck. So this client that I was talking about is healing from something that happened 5 or 10 years ago. And she has a story about that, and it's all emotion and heart story. And so we've been working on tending to that part of her that was really hurt, because we have a tendency to be like, okay, I was really hurt. That's life, with our brains, right? We try to explain it away. Those things happen. I'm fine. I'm resilient. I'm strong. I can create a different reality. So we spend all this time in our head and it doesn't go away because it's a heart issue. So I love how that fits with identifying the juice at the heart of our story is fundamental to our expansion. And then he goes on to say, at the heart of our stories are personal identifications and unresolved issues that are the grist for our expansion. Don't throw the story out with the bathwater. Without karmic clay to work with, our expansion is stalled. And I love that. So what I'm doing with the clients that I'm working with right now, it seems that clients come in clusters, like they're all dealing with similar issues. It's interesting how that happens. And so what I'm working with them now on is, what is the rub? As he calls it, the personal identifications and unresolved issues. So this is the karmic clay. So what is the issue that keeps repeating, that's coming up for you right now? Where do you feel stuck? And that's the thing that we're going to go into, and we're going to drill down into it And I have a couple of tools that are really helpful for getting to the heart of it and using your heart to get beyond it instead of changing your thoughts to try to make that go away. That doesn't work. So one last reading from him. Oh, that was the last reading I want to share. But this is a thought I had, is the art of this, the art of the transformation, I love this, the karmic clay, taking the karmic clay to work with. If we don't work with this karmic clay, because it's a gift, whatever is looping, that story that's looping, is the universe, God, source saying, hey, they're like shining a spotlight on it. This is the thing. So you want to get your hands into that clay and let's work with it and experience it, and we'll transform it into a beautiful vase. That's how expansion and alchemy and transformation comes. Oops, hold on. My papers are flying away. Oh, look, it's change blowing through, the winds of change. That's how it works. It doesn't get transformed by simply changing our thoughts around it. Now, sometimes that's what you need to do, and sometimes that can come along with some of these other tools. But by itself, it really has limited application because we are not only mind beings, right? If we're just operating in our head, then we're not paying attention to the rest of our body. And so it needs to be a spirit, mind, body approach, getting into that karmic clay. So that's what I've been working on with my clients. Super juicy stuff. They're finding huge transformation. I mean, one of my clients, the one that I was just referring to, was telling me that she is hearing from everyone, like friends and family, that she looks and seems different. Since we started working together on our coaching, which is amazing. She just visited her sister, and her sister said, I can tell when I look in your eyes how you're doing, and I can tell that you have shifted and that you're doing great. Isn't that awesome? People can literally see it in her being and in her eyes. So if you need some of that, give me a call. You can reach me anywhere. I'll have links below. You can email me. You know how to get in touch with me. I'll make it obvious on wherever you're watching this. If you want to talk about it, if you're like, okay, I need that, but I need to know a little more, Tracy, or here's my situation, what would you do? Just schedule a free discovery call and we can talk about it. Or if you're like, yes, I know you, Tracy, it's time, let's do it, then just schedule an appointment and let's get rolling, okay?